Hi there smartphone fans, welcome back for another honest hands-on review, and today I'll be looking into the first serious contender from a serious company for the budget 18:9 full display crown. Welcome to my Honor 7X honest in-depth review. If you want to buy this phone and you want to know everything about it, keep watching. First, let's talk about the design, since the Honor 7X is really a very good phone when it comes to ergonomics. The huge 6-inch display with the new 2:1 or 18:9 aspect ratio really makes the phone a lot smaller than it should be. Instead of, picturing a 6-inch device as like this huge mammoth TV size phone, this is actually pretty handy and actually useful with one hand, thanks to the slimmer bezels on all sides of the phone and around 80% screen to body ratio. And inside the package you also get the good silicone cover for it. The cameras on the back don't protrude as much as people may think, and they definitely don't get in the way. Very good design choices to keep the headphone jack, but you'll have to do with the micro USB slot in favor of the more modern USB Type-C. And while on the design, the phone feels great and is much better build quality compared to the Honor 6X, and on par with the Mi 5X, and I think definitely better than the Mi A1 when it comes to overall solid feel of the device. And thanks to that narrow bezels, you can operate the phone with one hand without any issues, and the fingerprint scanner is blazing fast. Now let's talk about EMUI software experience. First of all, I want to mention that this phone will absolutely 100% get an Android Oreo update, as all Honor phones have 2 years software updates. And EMUI has definitely come a long way in delivering a much better software experience. You can have features like browsing through your web pages or pulling down notification share with the fingerprint scanner, having or not having an app drawer. You can customize pretty much anything you want from it. You have free themes, free wallpapers. You can have the apps display in full screen or use the old 16:9 aspect ratio if you want to, and it is customizable from display settings. You can have the notifications light up the screen as well, and you can choose to alter the navigation keys, or if you want you can also hide them. So EMUI has evolved a lot and definitely delivers a better software experience than most phones these days. Let's talk more about performance with the Honor 7X, since this is something most of you are concerned. Is the Honor 7X a very good daily driver? The answer is undoubtedly yes. The Honor 7X flies through everyday tasks, has great RAM management with 15-20 apps open in the background, and you can switch between them simultaneously without any issues or having any apps reload. The Kirin 659 is a very fast chip, as fast as the Snapdragon 625 if not faster, and you will get a daily driver experience close to last year's flagship phones like the Samsung S7 Edge and the Huawei P10. And I am glad to report that if you're an owner of the Honor 6X, this is a must-have upgrade if you feel your phone is slowing down with time, because the Kirin 659 definitely optimized better RAM speed, better multitasking management and higher CPU clock speeds to deliver a much better overall experience than the Kirin 650 and Kirin 665 in previous models. And this is the same chip used in the Mate 10 Lite, a much more expensive phone. When it comes to GPS, the Honor 7X is an excellent GPS device, even locking 3D lock from inside my house. And now moving on to benchmarks. The Antutu benchmark is just over 60,000 points, which is on par with what the Snapdragon 625 and Helio P25 deliver, with noticeable difference as you can see with the Snapdragon 625 when it comes to 3D scores. But the daily driver performance, as it's shown in the PC Markwork performance test, is excellent, and it only trails to the Snapdragon 625 in the Mi 5X and Mi A1. But the storage speed in the Honor 7X absolutely trumps anything in the market at this price. Moving on to Geekbench, you can see that the 659 Kirin chip delivers better single thread performance, but a bit worse than Helio P25 and Snapdragon 625 for multi-core performance. But is this noticeable in real life? No. Moving on to the display, the 18:9 display on the Honor 7X is as good as you can get on a budget phone around $200. It does deliver that 18:9 full immersion without any borders, and you get the feeling that almost all of the phone is actually a display. There isn't much 18:9 content available currently, but YouTube have promised to add all clips to support 18:9 with a future update that's coming soon. But is the display very good on the 7X when it comes to outdoor sunlight visibility? Yes, the display gets very bright and you won't have any troubles viewing even in direct sunlight. And it's definitely brighter than the Vernee Mix 2 and the unknown brands from China's display. So Huawei and all did a very good job on that, but I really wish that the color reproduction was a bit better, since the Mi 5X, as sure as a display quality with contrast and color, is a better option. For instance, now moving on to battery, if you're an owner of the Honor 6X, you will be very glad to know that the great battery life returns in the Honor 7X as well. You easily get from 7 to 10 hours of screen on time depending on what you're doing. If you're doing more gaming, you'll get around 7 hours of screen on time, but if you're doing mostly browsing and watching clips, you may punch above the 10-hour mark. This is an excellent battery phone in my books, being a 6-inch higher than Full HD resolution display. You can charge the full battery in around 2 hours with the supply charger, which I think is decent, but could be a little bit better. And now moving on to gaming, which is another area and I'm pretty sure most of you are excited to see. Now the Kirin 659 uses a Mate 830 dual core GPU inside, and if you're not playing any heavy shader games like War Robots, like the latest FIFA or PES games, the phone will run great even at the Full HD Plus resolution settings. But switching on to more effects oriented with heavier lighting, heavier shader games like CSR Racing 2 for instance, and the new Battle Royale games, the phone does start to hiccup a bit. So the Honor 7X, I really can't recommend this phone for like really passionate heavy gamers who want to play with very smooth frame rates, all the latest games. But if you're a casual gamer, this phone is more than enough for you, and it will run any medium to low 3D game with blazing fast speed. And now let's talk about the cameras in the Honor 7X. As far as a feature-rich experience goes, the Honor 7X is by far the best on the market. You have all the great features with the Huawei P10 and Mate 10 coming at a budget price. You get the famous wide aperture mode, you get the portrait mode, and you also get the moving picture mode as well. And you also have access to a full-blown Pro manual mode where you can even adjust the sensor exposure time for really great low light shots if you have a tripod, for instance. But where the camera really excels in is with the wide aperture mode, as all Huawei phones. And of course you can play around with it after you've taken the picture, readjust the focus and add various filters to it. And the sensor with good lighting does go to around ISO 64 and 50 to deliver the best quality photos. And generally the camera does very well in good to okay lighting condition shots, especially if using that wide aperture mode. And shooting on outdoor is a real joy with the Honor 7X. A very good, very wide range camera experience for a low budget price. And I was really surprised that even without a second camera dedicated to the portrait mode, the portrait mode on the Honor 7X was, if not better, just as good as the Mi 5X and Mi A1. So kudos to Honor and Huawei for very good software and camera optimizations. And moving on to indoor shots, if you have good lighting like in the mall, the shots will look almost as good as the day shots as well. But moving on to really low light shots, the camera produces more noise and the f2.2 aperture now really starts to show. This is an okay low light phone if you have steady hands and you're not in a hurry to take a shot. Moving on to the front camera experience, the 8 megapixel front camera delivers a decent experience at this price. It may not be the best one out there, but it certainly gets the job done. And it does also have that portrait mode and very good beauty mode, if I might have to say. And even in low light, it does illuminate the screen to work as a flashlight, so you get more light and better low light shots. The video quality on the Honor 7X was better than I expected. The Full HD video recorded with the phone is not as shaky as I thought, even without optical stabilization, and the bitrate and audio quality were also very good. Indoor video was again better than I expected, but you do start to see the camera struggle when you move around a bit. The front cam video is capped at 720p, but for me it's still very decent for vlogging if you have good light.
Video, but the quality looks very good. I think the sound is also better than the cheaper Chinese devices.
And let's wrap it all up for the Honor 7X. The Honor 7X is what you need in 2017 budget phone. Full HD display, excellent daily drama performance, great battery life, better build quality, guaranteed software updates, and a feature-packed rich camera that delivers almost flagship experience. But as it's such, the phone is not great and it does have shortcomings, like the micro USB charging port in favor of the USB Type-C. We still don't have NFC at this price, heavy 3D games lag a bit, there is no 4K video and there is no gyroscope on this device currently. Thank you for watching my Honor 7X review. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to my channel. Share the video so that your friends can watch it as well.
Stick around.